Let me tell you a true story, not a legend, not a myth someone made up around a fire. A real thing that happened to every single one of your ancestors, and it's still happening to you. You cry. And here's the strange part. You're the only creature on Earth that does it like this. Think about it for a second. When was the last time you saw a lion cry because it was sad? A wolf? A dog that lost its owner might whimper, might grieve, but it doesn't leak tears down its face because its heart is breaking. As far as we can tell, no animal does. Only us. So let me ask you something. Why? Why did nature give humans this one weird, wet, embarrassing thing that no other animal has? Why do you cry at a song, at a memory, at a stranger's wedding you weren't even invited to? Because a long, long time ago, crying is the reason you're alive. Go back with me. 200,000 years, the ancient world, no words yet or barely any. No writing, no way to say, I'm hurt, I'm scared, help me. You're a small human in a small tribe. Maybe 30 people. That's your whole world. And out here, alone means dead. If the tribe turns its back on you, the night takes you. So how do you tell them you need them? When you don't have words, you cry. A baby is born, and before it can speak a single sound that means anything, it can do one thing perfectly. It can wail, and that sound reaches into the chest of every adult nearby and pulls. You can't ignore it. You're not built to. A crying infant makes the whole tribe move. That's not weakness. That's the first language humans ever spoke. And it worked before we had any other. Here's where it gets stranger. Some researchers who study this, like Ad Vingerhuets, who's spent years asking why humans cry, suggest that tears weren't just about the baby. They think emotional tears became a kind of signal between adults, too. A flare you couldn't fake. And that word, fake, that's the whole secret. Think about it. You can fake a smile. You've done it today, probably. You can fake a laugh, fake being fine, fake a brave face when you're falling apart inside. But tears? Real tears. The ones that come whether you want them or not. Those are almost impossible to force on command. So in a tribe with no words, tears became the one message everyone could trust. If you were crying, you weren't performing. You were really in it. And that honesty is exactly what made the tribe come running instead of walking away. There's even a strange idea about why tears blur your vision when you cry. A researcher named Oren Hassan suggested tears might lower your defenses on purpose. When your eyes fill and you can't see clearly, you're telling everyone around you, I can't fight right now. I'm not a threat. I'm surrendering to you. And in a tight group, that surrender is what turns strangers into protectors. So the thing that feels like it's breaking you was built to save you. Let me show you one moment, one ancient scene. Let me just tell you what it would have looked like. A woman kneels in the dirt outside a cave. Someone she loved is gone, cold, not coming back. She doesn't have a funeral. She doesn't have a word for grief. All she has is her body shaking and the water running down her face. And one by one, the others come. They don't need her to explain. They see the tears and they know. They sit down around her. They stay. That's it. That's the whole thing. No word, just tears, and a tribe that answered them. We've been answering each other's tears for 200,000 years. You just did it last week and didn't even notice. Because here's the part nobody tells you. When you tear up at a movie, when your throat goes tight at a wedding, when you cry at a video of a soldier coming home to a dog that waited, that's not you being soft. That's 200,000 years old. That's the oldest human instinct you've got, still firing, still working. Some scientists have even tried to look at what emotional tears are made of. Back in the 1980s, a biochemist named William Fry suggested that the tears you cry from emotion aren't chemically the same as the tears you cry from cutting an onion. That the emotional ones carry more stress hormones out of the body, almost like crying is a way of physically releasing pain. Maybe crying literally washes the hurt out. Well, we're still figuring that part out. But your ancestors didn't need the science. They just knew when someone cried, you didn't leave, you stayed. So let me ask you one last thing. Have you ever been embarrassed to cry in front of someone? Turned away, wiped it fast, hoped nobody saw? Your ancestors would not understand that at all. To them, hiding your tears would be like hiding the only word you had for I need you. They cried openly, together, because tears were how the tribe knew who to hold on to. You come from an unbroken line of people who survived because they could not stop themselves from weeping, and because the ones around them could not stop themselves from coming closer. So the next time your eyes sting and you feel that heat rising and part of you thinks not here, not now, don't. Remember, it's the oldest, most human thing you will ever do. And somewhere, 200,000 years ago, someone cried and someone stayed. That's why you're here.